Hello, Critical Conversation Bros here. I'm Behold Greatness, and this is
The 17-time world champion. I wish I was, but I'm Top Rope Bubba.
and apparently you can see John Cena now.
But
yes, got a lot to talk about. We're gonna cover NXT Stand and Deliver. We're gonna cover Wrestlemania, and we're gonna talk about the releases that just happened.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go down this list, and we're gonna talk about our thoughts of each one. Start with the main roster.
go ahead.
Dakota Kai.
Kind of mad because, I love Dakota Kai, but she's always injured.
Good looking girl, talented, hurt too much. That's probably the deal here. 90-day no compete clauses because they're on the main roster.
Yep.
Braun Strowman
Okay.
putting dudes over, dudes after dudes.
All right. This is where I'm gonna get frustrated.
Oh boy. here we
Why?
go.
Why are we releasing Braun Strowman when he's put on banger matches with Jacob Fatu, and the man is
Bronson Reed, put him over.
like 80% paralyzed in one leg, or whatever it is. Like, do we not know how to use him storyline wise since he left the Wyatt family, or what? Like, I don't understand. What? But yet we'll let part-time Logan Paul wrestle, or some bum-ass people on a roster, but we're gonna release Braun Strowman.
This one hurts. This is they have faith Umos and some others can fill that void. I don't think so.
I'd rather have Braun Strowman
Yeah.
than Tungaloa.
We'll talk about that later. All right. Shayna Baszler. I ain't gonna miss her. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take Zoe Stark with you if you could. Caden Carter. This one probably hurts, especially Damian Priest.
Yep.
This hurts.
Yep.
This hurts the women's tag team division because Katana Chance, her tag team partner, out the door too, bro.
Yep.
Wow. That's wild, bro.
That hurts tag team division.
That's already weak.
I'm gonna miss these girls, but you could tell they kind of pushed them off TV lately, so
Yeah.
Unfortunately it doesn't surprise me. But again, why do we get rid of them over some other women that we have? But I'll get into that here shortly.
Now we're going to go to the NXT roster. 30-day no compete. First one's a doozy, Cora Jade. This is a superstar in the making. Kicked out the door. This is injury driven, right?
I feel like injury-wise / maybe what she posted on social media.
I think she already knew she was getting released. I don't think it mattered.
So, but yeah, I mean,
this is injury
this
driven.
doesn't bother me as much as a few others.
Gigi Dolan. This one hurts. This bothers me. This was somebody who just came back from injury, looking good, and
so I don't
use the hell out of them and bye.
I don't understand when you're trying to push Gigi. You got Tatum Paxley, and you had Shotzi in that group. You're starting to push them. You even just had them in a title match. Okay, you had them in a title match, and you're gonna release her. Why? I would like to know. So we're gonna keep Wendy Chu. We're gonna keep Nikita Lyons, who can't stay healthy. We can't keep, or we keep
1.1 million followers.
Some
on Instagram. That's why.
Other random freaking NXT people that don't even get matches. Like I'm sorry, but Santino's daughter,
Ariana Grace,
and a few others that don't have the looks or the ability to wrestle like she does. So that one I don't understand.
This next one's really going to get you fired up. I know because he was just involved in a title storyline. Eddie Thorpe. Dakota Kai is his girlfriend, if you didn't know.
I know.
This is not looking good. This one upset you. I know. Go ahead. Go off. I thought they were just starting to use him, and now it's bye.
What you just said. He was starting to get pushed. He's been in matches with Ethan Page, Obafemi, Trick, all them guys.
Yeah, man.
I just don't understand. But yeah, we're going to keep, I don't know, a guy that just won the freaking cup back that... has no freaking talent. I'm sorry. We keep Lexus King only because of his father. We have some other bum freaking people backstage that don't freaking deserve to be there. But yet we're gonna get rid of Eddie Thorpe when you just started pushing him, and I feel like you've dropped the ball on him. So please, I hope TNA or even AEW, please somebody see some talent in this guy and freaking use him.
Jakara Jackson from the Metaphor.
That don't really surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me either. She was hurt, not used a whole lot. Although after I talked about them not using her, they still used the hell out of her.
They did.
But
but unfortunately, I think you dropped the ball on a good, legit tag team to bring up to the main roster. Yeah. So again, I feel like WWE dropped the ball.
They don't care about tag teams. This is what this has told me.
Yep. We know that because obviously you don't really put tag teams on a Wrestlemania freaking card. But anyway.
Riley Osborne.
Doesn't really surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me. Oro Mensa.
Doesn't surprise me.
Doesn't surprise me. Especially when they demoted him to Evolve. I knew that was a red flag.
But yeah, why put them on TV just this past week? Yeah. If you were planning on releasing them,
let them say goodbye. I think they knew that.
That could be.
That was like their goodbye.
You might be right on that.
That might have been throwing them a bone.
You might be right on that. Anyway.
Javier Bernal.
I don't even know who that is.
Bye. All of Gallus, so Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang.
Bye.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. Goodbye. And Danny Palmer.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So. And then let's get into it. The very last but not least, they will not. Shotzi's not released, but they are not renewing her contract when it's up.
So
this is injury related.
We've released some of these people, okay? Yeah. But we just signed. I forget his name off the top of my head. Some big guy.
Rusev?
No. Some guy from IPW or GPW or something. Okay. Anyway, he changed his name. But anyway, so we're gonna bring in some random freaking people, and we're gonna release what I feel like could be talent, but you just couldn't figure out how to use them to get the talent out of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not real big name in there outside of Braun, and maybe Braun is happy to be released because he hasn't been the same since Bray passed. Shut up.
Now this tells me they're budget cutting. We've talked about my theory as of yesterday. They're prepping to buy TNA because what came out is there's no more blading or excessive bleeding in TNA after this last match I just had with Steve Macklin and stuff. So they're definitely preparing to buy them. That's where I stand and feel because they just bought Triple A. They're going to buy TNA next. TKO definitely doing it.
All right. Yeah. But
you don't trim this much off of here without prepping because you're not signing that many people right now to replace that group of people. And you already had a little batch ready to go. You're saving money because you're planning a purchase. That's what I'm viewing at this point.
All right, I'm done ranting on this subject. Let's move into all the other rants of WrestleMania.
Yeah, all right. Let's get ran through on that.
So,
good.
All right. Night one, we had War Raiders and New Day. Obviously, New Day won titles.
New Day rocks.
Not a surprise. Our predictions were all kind of on point.
Yeah,
so
dude, we were killing it.
Jade and Naomi match was really good. Jade put on a clinic. I'm glad they showed her out like they did. So awesome job. LA and Jacob. We knew how that match was really gonna end, and Jacob deserves it. It's a good match.
Great.
LA won't go far. So awesome. All right. Let's start this rant.
I'm ready to go on this one.
All right, so we got Tiffany and Miss I don't want to put people over and throw an attitude and stiff wrestle Charlotte Flair and break people's face that they chipped their tooth.
I can't build a face. First of all, this woman there, she was sandbagging Tiffany all night long. She was stiffing her. This was a BS match. If you said this was a good match, the only reason it was good is because Tiffany won and she carried her weight more than enough. She was getting beat to hell around by Charlotte because Charlotte didn't want to cooperate and didn't want to lose to her. But guess what? She was forced to put her over, and it's the right call. And the locker room felt some type of way because they noticed what Charlotte was doing. I think just like every fan that was watching, if you know anything about anything, you were noticing it too. And Tiffany put on a hell of a performance for getting her ass kicked like that. And she is the future of that women's division at a bright young, 25, 26? You just had her
Something like that, yep.
I want to say she's 26. Regardless, bright future ahead, at least 10 years in superstardom here, buddy, because I'm telling you, I've been on the Tiffy Time bandwagon for a while, and I'll continue to be on there, but Charlotte's got to be better. She can't be pulling this Nia stuff with everybody.
Yeah. Well said. Moving on. We had supposedly Rey Mysterio, but he got injured. So it was Rey Phoenix versus El Grande Americano.
You mean, thank you.
Yeah.
That was dumb. It was actually dumb. That was actually the stinker match of the night.
Yeah. So we'll move on. But we got what we wanted, or I would say probably most of us got what we wanted. Yeet time. Finally, world champion. Well deserved. Jay not only won the match, but made Gunther tap out.
This was great for storyline. This was good win.
And then Gunther got all mad and decided to attack Pat McAfee and Michael Cole.
And that makes the future exciting as well. Good for Jay. I don't see it being a super long title run though, but I'm glad he got it.
Yes,
he deserved it.
And then we got our main event for night one: Rollins, Punk, and Roman. We all called it, or at least we called it, that
called it down to a T.
Paul Heyman was walking out with Seth Rollins.
Friggin' Rollins.
And to be honest, they made the end of that match fire.
That was outstanding. Cinema.
Yes.
Cinema.
And then the Monday after, they did outstanding.
Braun Breaker has been unleashed.
Added Braun Breaker. Yeah, and the way they're doing Sammy right now, I just hope they're building that up for him to finally win his world title. So, I will give
What night one? How many stars out of 5?
I'm gonna give him I would say a 7.
That's more than 5. I said out of 5, but if we're doing out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 out of 10.
Sorry, yeah.
No, it's alright. 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 only because it was rescued by really what I felt because of how booking and things were executed. It was really saved by 2 matches on that night.
Okay.
That was it. Night 2.
Night 2. Io, Rhea, and Bianca. Great match.
Yes.
I'm glad they finally gave Io some respect and let her keep that title.
She looked great. Like, what a great
She's
match.
been winning the crowd over. She's been doing outstanding.
They're all doing her thing.
By the way, you just touched... What'd you just touch?
What?
Just...
new merchandise. New hats.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
New hats.
Wow.
Yeah.
New hats.
That's right. Yeah, says
Awesome.
Says our names on it. Yeah.
It's awesome. Speaking of which, while we have a pause in the program to show off some merchandise, new zip-up hoodies,
Oh yeah.
a scannable QR code,
Whoa! Right to the YouTube page, brother.
a logo, sleeves, got our name on one side, and
Total conversation.
yeah,
Right there.
so and then our normal big logo on the back. So
Makes me want to do
thanks
Steiner
to
Bros.
T-shirt Tony,
Yeah.
Funny Farms Apparel.
Funny Phone Apparel Company.
Check him out on Facebook.
Carrying on.
But that was a pause in the one.
Back to business.
Yes. All right. Then we had Braun, Penta, Balor, and Dom.
Ooh.
And I called this right.
Fire. I
And,
think we both got this right.
Probably.
Yeah. This was easy to predict though.
And it was great seeing
But the
Dom. The crowd actually cheered Dom.
Dom.
Wow.
Dom.
But yeah, they did wonderful. They chose that right.
Great story. Set up him and Finn in the future.
Yeah, having
Beautiful.
Dom pin Finn.
Beautiful.
It was great. It was a good match.
Outstanding storytelling.
We had the Damien and Drew street fight.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Claymore.
Supposedly Damien got walked out because he was having breathing issues.
Well, he got his ass kicked.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It was a good fight.
All right. And then we had Randy versus question mark.
Boy, this was... Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people had issues with this match because of the timing, how fast it went, this and that. This was about the entrance. This was a test, and I posted about this on TikTok. I made a comment on somebody touching base on this. This was a test. Okay, who showed up? Tell me who showed up. You said his name and
yeah,
and he appears.
Yeah, I believe
in Joe Hendry.
I believe it was Joe Henry.
So Joe Hendry showed up, and this was a test. This was to see if that pop was just small venues and this and that. No. This was on the main stage. They saw that pop is real. The hype is real. The people are behind this guy. He is the next big superstar.
Because you got to believe.
And if Randy handpicked you.
He did.
And if Randy is giving you that sign of respect saying, "You're up next, kid," that tells me everything I need to know because I trust Randy Orton in this business absolutely 100%.
And to bounce off of that, the freaking RKO out of nowhere on Monday night. Well, even the RKO to Joe Hendry out of nowhere was great, but the RKO out of nowhere to Cena on Monday night, cinema, I predicted that, and yes.
Randy's been doing great work, period.
So, yeah.
Year 21 or whatever. He's
AJ and Logan, I would feel like this was kind of the bum match of the card.
This was. I mean, we
nothing against AJ Styles because I love AJ, but
just knew Logan Paul was winning this match. It's just how they were going about it.
We have Liv and Raquel versus Bailey and Lyra.
Bailey got attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Injured. Well, we found out who did that because Becky was the replacement.
Because the man is back in business.
So they won, but then they ended up dropping the titles back the next night because Becky turned on Lyra, and now Lyra and Becky are in a storyline feud for that women. And this was, we might have a tiny gripe with it, but this was a brilliant way to try to make that title more relevant, more prestigious. And let's give Becky her flowers here. She constantly does this, putting other talent over and making things feel important. She's phenomenal for that. And it looked like she didn't miss a beat being off as long as she was.
Yep.
So.
And now we got night 2, the main event.
Oh boy. What's his main event?
All right. Cody and Cena. So, as happy as I am for Cena to win 17 times,
how'd you feel about it?
I didn't care for the match.
It was lackluster,
to be honest. I'm kind of tired of them. How do I put this? Using, because I don't really want to say using stupid celebrities because when Bad Bunny's there, he's outstanding.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's great.
Just trying to interject certain celebrities into certain things, and it kills it.
Yeah.
Where, like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny's great.
Where was The Rock?
It'd have been better if it was The Rock.
But where was he?
I don't know.
On vacation, that's right.
Of course.
In Hawaii.
Shocker.
Wow.
But anyway, I didn't care for the match. Was happy that John won 17 times. I'm curious to see where it's going, where the heel run goes, whether he does walk out with the title, or does Randy take it, or does CM Punk take it, or does Cody win it back?
Randy has made that part of it exciting because it kind of felt a little flat with John Cena being a heel, but it hasn't felt real heelish to me.
No, but
outside of him talking smack to the crowd and that kid that cried and pooped his pants probably, you know what I mean? Otherwise,
yeah. Also, we can't forget about freaking Stone Cold wrecking his four-wheeler. And how that woman literally flopped 5 seconds after it happened.
5 seconds after.
Sorry, lady, but you are not the next green shirt guy.
What a flop reaction. Oh, my God.
But anyway.
But Stone Cold was a couple beers in. He blamed it on the throttle. I blame it on him missing the ramp the first time to even get out there. So I don't know if he really should have been doing it anyway, but he didn't hurt nobody, so no harm, no foul. I don't care. Yeah. And I think they overblew the situation. Like, I don't care. But Nick Khan was out there right away handling business. Should have been me.
I would definitely give Night 2, I would say an 8.
You give it an 8. I'm giving it a 7. What do you give the whole WrestleMania?
I'll go right in the middle, 7.5.
The most I can give it is a 7 overall. And that might even be generous. This WrestleMania didn't feel as good to me as the one we were at.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I don't think it necessarily delivered to the standards of, this was supposed to be Vegas, a high gamble, high stakes, you know what I mean? And it never felt that way to me.
I agree.
It just, there wasn't many moments that I'm going to be talking about for a while outside of Joe Hendry and stuff. Like,
yeah.
There wasn't many moments where I'm like, wow, you know, it just mad for me. It exposed some flaws is really all it did. It exposed a lot of flaws, a lot of issues, and we'll see if they get resolved.
Yeah. All right, let's move to the NXT Stand Deliver card. We had a 4-women tag match with Roxy and Cora. Obviously, that's probably Cora's last big hurrah.
Hurrah, bye.
The Meta Girls, last big hurrah. JC and Fallon, and then Gigi and Tatum.
And Gigi's hurrah.
And
so,
you had Gigi and Tatum win.
Just to go on Tuesday and
which
lose.
Again,
well, this is weird booking.
Is bothersome because
you probably should have had JC and Fallon win if you knew they weren't bringing the others back.
Yeah, so we're wasting
spots, wasting matches. I didn't like it because if they didn't have any business in the long term, why did you use them? I don't really understand.
All right, then we had the 6-man tag: Tony, Stax, Luca versus the Dark State. The match was good. Yeah. Tony or Stax turning on Tony has been great.
That was nice.
I can't wait to see where that goes. And
it's a nice storyline.
Yeah,
I dig it.
And where the whole Stax and Tony D go.
I'm still not sold on Dark State, so we'll see.
No,
I'm having a hard time.
All right, and then I'm going with this was the match of the night, believe it or not.
This was pretty.
Frazier and Axiom versus Hank and Tank.
Yeah, I mean
Hank and Tank balled out.
This was brilliant tag team wrestling.
I really didn't think they were gonna put the titles on them, but wow,
brilliant!
Did they make the match very exciting to watch? And if you weren't on the edge of your seat, then you're not a real wrestling fan.
To my knowledge, they brought Fraxium up to help the tag team division on the main roster, which is brilliant. Great move, fine, because they are a great tag team. I love that call. If that's strictly what that was about, go for it, because brilliant. And Hank and Tank, brilliant tag team. Love it. Have no issues with it.
And then we had a North American men's title. We had the Revolution. Does it continue? He took on All Ego, Ethan Page. Now, did that Revolution continue?
Yes.
All right.
Ricky Saints won, and this is another good match. These guys are great workers, and this is the tour that Ricky Saints is still doing, facing only former AEW guys. Brilliant booking in my estimation. Trolling at its finest to the highest level.
Woo!
Love it. Moving on because he's great.
All right. North American women's ladder match.
This was a barn burner.
We had Solruka, Zarya, Lola, Kaylani, Thea Hale, and Izzy Dame.
This was fire.
Wow.
This was a fire. For me, this was match of the night after this was fantastic. This was brilliant.
Put on a show. There were a lot of bumps in this.
This was brilliant.
But let me tell you, my girl Solruka is well deserved, and she put on a show. She did some snatching of souls. And she
bet
can
you wish
always
she'd-
snatch my soul.
Yeah, I bet you wish.
But yes,
Kudos
it
to
was
Tyler
it was
Bate.
pretty close. I mean, but I just wanted to give that credit to Hank and Tank that they put on a heck of a show.
But this ladder match was something
But it
special.
was.
It was good.
Yes.
I think the only gripe you could have had is, depending on where you were going with the Ruka Zarya tag teaming, Thea Hale was pretty hot going into that. I mean, you probably could have made the argument that if she won, that might have been a good business move. But we'll see. I don't hate the move because, let's be honest, Ruka's loved by everybody. A little bit of double champ action right now with the Speed Championship. I don't know how relevant that Speed Championship is, but yeah. Moving on. Then you got the men's NXT championship. You got Trick Willie versus Oba Fenny versus Jovan Evans.
To be honest, I was a little let down by this match.
This was not as fire as I thought.
Yeah,
it
I
would be.
just didn't have that pop that I thought it would.
It didn't have that same oomph.
And
Then.
obviously Oba won. Just it didn't have the pizzazz.
To me, Trick Willie's ready for the main roster. Bye.
All right. The women's NXT title match. Stephanie is 125% ready for the main roster. As we can tell, she's been on Raw. She's been freaking putting on.
She is the most
clinics.
She is the most high trajectory person we've had in a long time. She is going to explode like a supernova.
We had Julia in this match. She obviously is getting caught up to the main roster. Jordan Grace, the Juggernaut, and then Jada Parker. It was a good match. I do think it was still missing a little bit. They could have done a little more. But outside of that, it was a very good match.
I think for me, they brought Julia back a tad early, but that was like her goodbye.
Yeah.
Because they knew she was coming to the main roster, and they have her booked where she wasn't doing so much crazy physical stuff the first couple of times. So I think a lot of it was protecting Julia because she didn't do a lot in that match. And I don't think they really let Jordan show as much as they could have. But to me, this felt like, let's have Stephanie show out. This felt like a showcase to make her seem like the superstar she is, and I am not sure you're going to be able to slow this ball down.
The match she put on with Io was out freaking standing on Monday night until Roxy and Julia interrupted. But they were putting on a 5-star banger.
Then she proceeds to go out and make Ivy Nile look good in another banger. It's unbelievable. Yeah, the talent is there, the look is there. There's just it is all there. She's the entire package. She is a phenomenon in this industry. She is just, I guarantee her home country is freaking out because this woman is everything.
Yeah. Very
so
talented.
What do you give that whole show, top to bottom?
I'd have to say at least an 8.5.
I give it an 8. 8 out of 10. It was a great show. NXT consistently is the better product, if we're being honest. It's consistently been the better product. Been that way for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know when you're going to change that or how you're going to change that. But let Chef Shawn Michaels keep cooking, because even though he keeps losing people to that main roster, he keeps adding more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he whips up something fresh and amazing constantly. It's unbelievable, the talent that keeps cycling through there, and he's got the next batch ready to go. Even Undertaker brought some more LFG people over to be like, hey, Oba, I got some dudes ready to come. And they're gonna influx that roster. We're gonna start to see some new fresh names. They're gonna keep that ball rolling, and they're gonna do what they do best: develop talent and make them relevant.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Some other wrestling news. I was excited to see Jeff Hardy go back to Willow.
That video was hilarious.
It was great.
It was top notch.
For those that watch AEW, a guy that we support from ACW,
Yes, sir.
Adrenaline Championship Wrestling, Chris Slade, made his, I would assume it was his on-air TV debut in AEW against the
Was it Hurt Syndicate?
Yeah, the Hurt Syndicate. Yep.
That was something.
Which was cool.
To see a guy that we adore as a wrestler, a superior talent. I watched him put a banger on with Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Like, this guy has all the talent. And to see
Kalisto.
that payoff.
And Kalisto.
Yeah, and to see all that payoff for him, it's fantastic to see because he deserves every bit of the positivity that he's getting.
Yeah, anybody that has not heard of Chris Slade or just look Chris Slade up, and if you can look up maybe Chris Slade versus Matt Riddle, the guy puts bangers on in bars, and he's so talented, and he deserves that opportunity. Kind of like I've said about Mance Warner, and
we've been talking about people. Megan Bain. I got to see her hit it big in AEW. Like, it is rewarding to see the people that you see in the indies and stuff, like, just get their chance to shine, and like you love it for them.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some other wrestling stuff news wise.
Yeah, I think we pretty much hit on everything. We
just still waiting for the White Six. I know they're coming.
More like a release is coming.
Alexa, no, they ain't getting released.
Sound packing.
Alexa was.
There's no creative plan.
They actually do have a creative plan. You just have to wait and see.
No, there's no creative plan.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Whatever.
No creative. Just get used to
instead
never
of yeah,
anything.
no.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, we're at that time. Wonderful time. It is the shout out time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, shout out T-Shirt Tony for making the wonderful apparel of the Critical Conversation Bros.
Funny Farm Apparel Company. Check them out
on the Facebook.
That's right. Fantastic. Good quality. Tom Turnbull. Myers Meadows, best wiffle ball round.
Dingers.
That season, baby.
Dingers. Shout out to the Looney Goons production guys. They just dropped a new single. I know RJ did, with his son, which is a banger. So look up. I want to say it's under RJ Batten. So look it up.
Yeah. Shout out to Tyler Glesner, good friend of mine, good friend of theirs, making music, man of the word.
Before I forget, shout out to Corey Gebhardt, who is in and out of the hospital with some heart issues.
Superstar wrestling.
Please pray for him, and hopefully he finally figures out what's fully going on and can get it under control. And
great guy, great wrestling promotion.
At least get some healthiness back in his life.
Absolutely. Shout out to Evil Dex doing everything he can.
Yeah.
Also help as well.
Yep.
We'd be remiss if we didn't.
And Brittany. For help take care of Corey.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam and Steph. We went and did both nights of WrestleMania with them. Delicious meals.
In a house. We didn't go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had tacos one night and then chicken the other night.
Yeah, it was great.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic food. We enjoyed ourselves. We were watching. We were like, yeah.
And thanks for Dan for joining.
Yeah, Dan joined us for night one. That was fantastic. Shout out to Cody.
That redheaded freaking boy, I tell you.
Good friend of mine. We did an adventure. Went to AEW Dynasty together. We all end up talking more. It's sad he's an Oilers fan as well. He has to be sad during this time as well.
Hey, we're going to make a monumental comeback in the month of May.
I hope so, because right now the Yankees are...
They look like trash. Yeah. And, of course, shout out to all of you for making wonderful views on our last video. I know it had been 40-some days, and we had views.
But we also know
some
we've been busy bees.
People stopped and made sure they watched our videos, so really, really thank you.
Yeah.
Again, we are still having some living
we'll call personal
stuff.
Issues, right?
Yeah.
That we're taking
so
care of.
We're still trying to bring it to you. But
we're gonna keep doing our thing. I got a Saturday spotlight waiting for you guys. Might release it tomorrow and Sunday, but regardless, I've got a brand new one ready for you guys. Shout out to Hershey Park, gracious guest for me yesterday. I went with the kiddo, belated birthday fun. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Gracious host. Delicious food. Chocolate. And I think that's all we got for now. We're getting closer and closer to what? SummerSlam's coming.
We are.
Oh boy. I'm excited, man.
Me too.
We're going to be touching base on that real soon because it sounds like Backlash is going to be pretty crazy. For the first time ever in a year, they're not going to Saudi Arabia.
Thank God.
Whew, we're going to have a crown jewel in Perth in October. What?
Thank God.
Wild.
Great.
Love it.
Greatness.
Going to change some storylines, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, digging that. It sounds like they got a good system rolling on here. Hopefully, Backlash, when we get all these matches, hopefully it delivers. And it's looking like we might be in store for an explosive SummerSlam for 2 nights. And I'm excited about that.
Explosive. Nice.
Yeah.
As long as I get to see Mr. 17 time, that's all I care.
Yeah, that is all you care about. I'm glad we
And
can see
maybe
him
even
now,
a
though.
meet and greet.
Oh, man, that's pricey.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm going bankrupt.
Once in a lifetime.
Damn straight.
Bye, bye, bye.
Ha ha!
Yep.
Too bad I just won't be able to see him, so I'm going to spend a lot of useless money.
That is what it is. But make sure you like, comment, follow, and hit the what? Ringy dingy, so you can get notified when we post new content, whether it be a YouTube, the TikTok, or even the Discord channel. Put
Yeah.
some wild videos up on, or not wild, put wild pictures up. I do have a video to put up though, because literally, that wild, crazy man was like this far away from me. He had like spit seething from him. He was a crazy little lunatic.
Are you talking about the lunatic fringe?
No, but that guy too. But
Oh, okay.
what's the little dude that's part of his group? What the heck is his name? Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name
Can't
for
think
some
of that right
reason.
now. It's fleeting my mind. But what a crazy experience to be that close. I can't wait to post that video. But got pictures up for you guys to see. We'll try to, be more about that. I saw an air conditioner tag. That was interesting. Good times. But yeah, make sure you follow us, like us, comment, interact with us. Trying to get this ball rolling. Trying to be more active. Going to do our thing. We thank you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Yeah.